ETABS has many drawing tools to facilitate modeling, and this tutorial will demonstrate a number of them. Typically, most models are constructed using either line objects for beams, braces, and columns, or area objects for floors and walls. Lines are drawn using the Draw Lines or the Create Lines in Region commands. If we select the Draw Lines command, we can draw lines in any view of the model. To draw a single line, a right-click will lift the pen, but will leave you in the draw mode. You do not have to snap to grids and may draw anywhere in the plan. There are also a number of drawing controls available, including parallel to X, parallel to Y, parallel to angle, and others. The letters in the parentheses indicate the hotkey letter to activate this option. If we hit the X key while drawing, the line will be parallel to X no matter where the cursor is. Similar control if we hit Y or A. Note that the angle is 45 degrees. And L, which draws a fixed length element. The Create Lines in Region command allows us to generate a line on a grid with a single click, or on a number of grids by using a selection box. Once lines are drawn, there are a number of ways to edit and modify them. For instance, if we select the endpoint, we can move it by going to the Edit menu, Align Points command. If we select the Align Points to X ordinate option with a 0 setting, the endpoint will be shifted over to the Y-axis. Next, we will trim off the segment of this line that extends past the intersection point. We do this by selecting the line to be trimmed, the endpoint on the side to be trimmed, and the line to be used as the trim point. Next, go to Edit, Align Points Lines command, and select Trim Line Objects. To create secondary beams, select the Secondary Beams button and click in a region bounded by grid lines. The orientation may be in the Y direction, the X direction, or in a direction normal to the edge nearest your click. This last option makes quick work of adding miscellaneous framing. Next on the list of drawing tools are the area elements. The Draw Areas command allows us to draw a completely arbitrary closed polygon, where we can use snaps or no snaps to lay out the geometry. The Draw Areas command has the same drawing controls for edge control as the line elements did, including the parallel to X and parallel to Y options. Note that again these options may be selected using the hotkeys. The Draw Rectangular Areas command allows us to generate elements by clicking and dragging a box. These boxes may be any size, and if the X dimension and Y dimension values are set, you may create a box with a single click. This feature is handy for creating repetitive elements such as footings and drop panels, and although all these elements were just drawn as rectangles, They may easily be changed to another shape by using the Reshape Object tool. The Create Areas at Click command allows us to create area elements in a region bounded by grid lines with a single click. All the previous area elements were drawn as polygons, but area elements may also be drawn as lines in the plan view to create wall elements. The Draw Walls command allows us to create walls of any orientation. And offers the same drawing controls as the Draw Line command. If we open a second window with a 3D view, and set the object fill to on, we can see how the walls were generated in the story below the plan view. If we switch back to the plan view, we can add additional walls using the Create Walls in Region command, whereby walls are added on a grid with a single click or on multiple grids by using a selection box. We can also create a wall off the grid by use of the Plan Offset Normal option. eTabs offers a sophisticated automated floor meshing scheme that utilizes the real or imaginary beams that connect to the columns as well as the walls. However, on occasion the user may wish to provide additional meshing control. One option is to select the area element to be meshed, as well as the line element to be used to divide the element. Click on the Edit menu, Mesh Areas command, and select Cookie Cut at Select Line Object. The element has been divided into two separate elements. Select another element, as well as a point, and go to Mesh Areas. Click on Cookie Cut at Selected Points and specify an angle. The element will be divided based on a line originating from the point at the specified angle. Select another element, go to Mesh Areas, and select the Mesh Quads option, where you can specify any number of elements for subdivision. Two elements may be combined into a single element by selecting the two elements and going to the Edit menu, Merge Areas command. Throughout this tutorial, we have had the Snap to Grid Intersections and Points option on. However, there are many other Snap to options available, including Snap to Line Ends and Midpoints, Snap to Line Intersections, Snap to Perpendicular Projections, whereby a line can be drawn perpendicular to any existing line, and Snap to Lines or Edges. This concludes this tutorial.